Dear friends, I am Manoranjan Ray, Director PM Academy Mumbai. Today I am delivering my 6th lecture on IAS. Today's topic is IAS after 12th. Before coming to my topic, my request to all the students, all the parents, all the viewers to watch my channel, to like, to share, to subscribe if you are the first viewers, and press the bell button to get fast notification. Now dear students, I am coming to today's topic, that is IAS after 12th. No doubt when the students pass out the 12th, students already have also decided. So 3 streams students are also there: science, commerce and arts. Science students, many of them are the selected for the engineerings, for medicals, some are for the IIT, for NIT. Besides, rest of the students, they decide go for the simple BSc or with BSc honors or BSc biotech or BBA subjects. Then I am taking to the second stream of the subject, that is the commerce. Even the commerce student, after passing out, so their option is either to go for BBA. It is chances are very few, but many of the students go for commerce, general commerce with commerce specialization or honors, you can say. Or many of the students nowadays, they are preferring to become CA, CS, or to be a, that means finance experts in their fields. So they go for that type of the specialization of the subjects. Rest come arts. Generally, art students, very few, they go for different type of the professional courses where they are eligible. Maximum number of the students, they opt for simple arts with specializations like or honors like political science, like history, like geography, like anthropology, sociology, literature, English, and various other literatures like the Gujarati, Marathi, Odia, Bengali. So in different subjects are available for the art students. Now what happens, whether it is the science, arts, commerce, engineering or the medical, but some students are very determined, very targeted, that they want to appear the IAS after or during their third year, after 3 or the 4th years. Now what happens in this case, dear students, it is for you all, whether it is the science, commerce, arts, engineering, medical students, and it is for all that actual. Because now you have entered into the degree levels, so first of all you have to know the minimum qualification criteria or minimum criteria for the appearing the civil services before starting the preparation. Minimum criteria is that you must be a graduate, or during the third year you can appear the civil services exam. Second is you must have attended the age of 21. But though it is 21, though the 21 age is there, still some criteria is there. Some criteria like those are open category students, so their age limit is 21 to 32 and they can appear 6 times. And those are OBC students, so their age criteria is still 35, they can appear 9 times. And though the SC ST age is 21 to 37, their chances are the unlimited. Besides, what happens, some of the students are physically disabled, or you can say they are the deaf, dumb or orthopedically handicapped, and the doctor must have given them certificates they are physically handicapped with the disability above 40%, then they are eligible till the age of 42 and their attempt also 9, and they belong to the, if they belong to the open category. In this way, these are the criteria. Now the question comes, general dear students, when you are in the third year, some basic concepts or the clarity must be clear among you. Most of the students, among all the students, say that actually we are going to appear the IAS exams. But generally, IAS is one of them. Generally, we call it that actual Union Civil Services exam. Total IAS is one of them. IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS. So different type of the jobs are there. Total 24 types of the jobs are available in the civil services, and you are all eligible for all the 24 type of the services. That depends on your the merit. And these 25 types of the 24 types of the services for all the states and all the union territories. Now comes the questions. When you are in the plus 3 first year, or you can when you are in the first year graduate levels in the college. So first year, second year, that is in your hand, and third year you can also appear the civil services exam. Now I want to tell you, dear students, as per the UGC guidelines, as per the UGC guidelines, only 180 days are the working days in a college. That means during the 180 days there must be a lecture, your practical, your the tutorial, your project submissions, all these things that used to be the conducted. Now in a year, 365 days. Out of 365 days, how many days remains with you? That 185 days in your hand. That means complete holidays. So that means you have not to attend any of the lectures. You can be at home or the hostels. So in the 2 years, first year and the second year, imagine that you are getting 185 days in the first year, 185 days in the second year. Total complete around in the 2 year you are getting 1 year around the 370, 365 to 370 days in your the hand. At least 1 year you are getting in your the hand for the preparations of the graduation as well as for the civil services exam. It is a big opportunity, and you have to utilize this the timing, because what happens, these holidays contains the summer vacation, these holidays contains like Christmas, Diwali, Dasera. So instead of wasting your the time, you can utilize by studying the various books which are necessary for the civil services exam. Now the question comes, dear students, before giving you, I am just giving the exam patterns, because as you are the plus 3 first year students or 13 students, so just to give you the idea of the exam patterns. First exam is the prelim exams. In the prelim exam, two papers are there. One is GS General Studies paper, second paper is the CSAT papers. General Studies paper, that is contain the 100 questions, and the CSAT is the 80 questions. And between these the two papers, General Studies paper is a merit papers. Means if you that means score more, then you will be selected in the prelim or you will go for the main exams. CSAT is only the qualifying in the nature. And while attempting the prelim exam, you must be very careful that actual negative marking is there. Negative marking is there. If the 3 mistakes are there, so that means 0.33, that means 1/3 mark will be deducted for a 1 mistake. So means actual CSAT is qualifying, GS is for the merit. Now the question is, how many candidates may be selected in the prelim? Approximately take it that number of the vacancy into 10. Number of the vacancy into 10, or maybe 11 or 12% may be selected for the main exams. Then when you clear the prelim, enter into the main, you have to know that actually in the main, total 9 papers are there. In the main exam, 9 papers are there. First is English paper, second is the literature paper. English and literature, that is one of your, you may choose one of your vernacular subjects. So that is the question comes around standard 7 levels. In this case, what happens, dear students? So you should be very careful about preparation of the English as well as the your vernacular papers or language papers, because if you qualify these papers, then the rest 7 papers will be considered or will be assessed. The rest 7 papers are paper essay writing papers is there, that is also 250 marks. 2 essays you have to attend, and Next is GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3, GS paper 4. Besides actual optional paper also divided two parts, paper 1, paper 2. Same optional but having the two papers. Total means actuals including your the essay writing, 4 GS, 2 optional papers, total 7 papers are there. 7 papers into 250. Total these are the marks that will be assessed for the merit basis. If you that means that means doing well, then you can be called for the interview, and interview is the last step. So in this case what happens actually, then how many candidates may be called for the interview? Approximately number of the vacancy into 3. Suppose vacancy is for the 1000, so at least 3000 students may be called for the interview. It is approximately 3000 students may be called for the interview. In this case, dear students, what happens? These are the things, these are the scenarios for the appearing of the civil services. These are the patterns of the civil services, like the prelim, like main and the interview. Now the question comes, when to study, why to study, and how to study. That is very important. When to study? Generally, you can start your the preparation after 10th. In the previous lecture, I have told that at least you concentrate on the CBSE 6th to 10th books to make your the foundation. At least start reading of the newspapers. But when you are entering in the plus 3 first year or the 13th in the degree level, or what is called in the Mumbai, in other parts of India, 13th studies or plus 3 first years, don't wait. You collect the syllabus of the UPSC civil services. Start also reading the syllabus of the civil services. Reading of the civil service syllabus, it will take around 1.5. 1 घंटा की 1.5 घंटा, 1.5 hours it may take. But reading the syllabus and understanding the syllabus, both are the different. You can complete the reading of the syllabus in 1.5 hours. But if you try to understand bit by bit what is mentioned in the syllabus, it will take around 1 month. So for my knowledge is concerned, because it is written there. For example, one chapter I am telling you in international relation, India and world. Particular one topic I am giving you, India and world. It is mentioned. India and world means whole world. Maybe India with Pakistan, India with USA, India with Russia, India with Kazakhstan, India with Gulf countries, India with African countries, and India with all individual countries. In this way, so you have to break up the syllabus. Try to, that reading syllabus is the different, and it is very important for you to understand the syllabus very minutely, and you have to break it up, break the syllabus, and try to understand very minutely which areas it covers. It is one important aspect. Second is, because in the plus 3 first year, collect the syllabus, try the preparations, concentrate on the syllabus, understanding of the syllabus, and also repeating the books of the CBSE, that is the standard 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th of the economics, history, politics, geography. Also start reading the books of the environmental studies, means 12th science biology books, environmental studies are there. Besides so many magazines, so many in the everyday newspaper you will find the environmental issues relating to the civil services. Now it is about when to study, why to study, because you know that actual IAS is a very lucrative job. It enjoys the power positions, and it gives a status in the societies, and it may be the dream of your the parents. And you know that actually once you are the IAS or the IPS, you can bring a change in the society. It happens. It can bring a change in the society. Now the question is, first is the when, then is why, then how to prepare. That is very important. How to prepare the civil services exam. I told you in the first and the second year you are getting the enough time, because 180 days are the working days as per the UGC. So in the 2 years you are getting at least the 1 year time, that means 365 to 370 days you are also getting. That is enough time to make you confident. That means prepare for the GS papers, preparation of the optional papers, because optional, as per your the choice, as you are studying art, science, commerce, or engineering, medical, whatever may be. So you are all well known about the subjects, and whatever subjects you like, you choice, that is up to you. So only minor counseling or the guidance you may take from your the mentor or from your the professors. Now the important thing is that what things you have to follow, because now you know that actually in these exams only 1% students are selected, 99% are out. 1% at the end, 1% will be selected and the 99% will be out. In this case, what is to be the done? What is to be the done, dear students? You have to focus on your the studies, read minutely of the books. I told you the NCERT, it is for just making or clearing your the doubts. Besides the NCERT, you start also reading the various reference books which are available in the market. Various publications are also, renowned publications are there relating to the civil services. But it is up to you. But what books you also like. I am not giving the suggestion of specific books. Now, reading of the newspaper, reading of the one or the two newspaper is very essential, because what happens, few years back, 10 to 15 years back, current affairs was there, but that much weightage was given. If you see the last 3-4 years questions, current affairs weightage is increased to in very large extent. Means actually every subject, in the subject of the GS papers of economics, in the GS, in the political science, in the environmental issues. So current affairs is must, and you have to give the high weightage to the current affairs. But how to increase, how to be updated with the current affairs? To read newspapers regularly, very regularly you have to read the newspapers, read the magazines like the Civil Service Chronicle, Competition Success Review, Yojana, Kurukhetras, and you can also watch the Rajya Sabha TV. The good debates are also there relating to the government policies, and also concentrate your the, that means last 5 to 6 year questions, previous questions practice is very helpful to you, because if you practice the last 5 to 6 year questions, you will come to know the questions and what should be the answers. At least you know actually how to finish the answers in the specified times. Now another thing is, the another area is actually, you start preparation of the preliminary exams 3 months before. You just completely focus on it. Then immediately after the preliminary exam, don't wait for the results. Start preparation of the main exams, and you completely focus how that means last previous year questions, preparations, and very important in the civil services, how to write the answer in the main papers. How to write the answer, because word limits are there. For example, like word limit is 100 words or 150 words or 200 words, 160 words. You divide in these ways. You divide in the three parts: introduction part, main body part, and conclusion part. So you divide in this ways that actual main body part must be 50% of the words. Rest 50% word divide introduction with 25%, conclusion with the 25%. The question requires the answer in 150 word 200, but the introduction and conclusion is must. And you keep in mind that while writing the answer, whether it is the introductions or the main body parts and the conclusions, there should be, you have not to put impressions of the negative things, because it will carry in the different ways. Because you are going to be collector and superintendent of police, you have to handle a lot of things in the societies. That's why actually you have not to put opinion anything relating to the negatives. And main body part is there. What the question is asked to you, that in the main body parts, which the 50% words you have to maintain. So you have to see the what is asked in the questions, you have to answer very properly in the main body parts. That is very important, and you have to take care of all these things while writing the answers with the word limits. Then what happens actually, In this way, GS papers are also there. GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in the fourth paper, one specific thing is there like ethics, integrity, and aptitude. The question is divided two parts: section A, section B. Section B is the case studies. In the case study, just keep in one mind actually why the case study is given to you. Because once you are selected as IAS and IPS officer, you are going to be collector or the superintendent of police. In the future, you are going to be chief secretary or cabinet secretary or the director general of police or the CBI director or ekdam top post in the India. That means that situations are the given. The case studies are the given means as a candidate of the civil service, how you are managing the answer, how you are, that means solving that case. That means they just want, because when the case is there, you have to solve it. Because as a collector, as the SP, as a chief secretary, as the director general of police, it is your the duty to solve it. And you have to solve in such a manner, it will not go against another community, any other community, any other groups. You have to accommodate all the people. You have to take into confidence of all the people to solve the papers. This is about the case studies. But books are there, so many books are there, and so many articles are there. You can go through. But this is the simple thing you have to emphasize that actually you have to accommodate all the things. Case studies means actually you have to solve it as a collector, as a SP, as a DG, as a chief secretary. It is your the job. And while solving, actually, you have to accommodate all the things. You have to accommodate all the problems and all the peoples and all the communities. So in this way, what happens? So you can also start the preparation of the civil services in the +3 first year and the +3 second year. While entering into the third year, be serious in the studies that you are going to appear the civil services. Don't neglect your graduations, because graduation papers you can carry as your optional papers. But you put some of the time for appearing of the civil services and make third year as the serious study, real serious study for the civil services. If some of the students, they don't want to go for in the third year of the +3 third year of the civil services, they want to appear after graduations. So immediately after graduations, you completely focus on the civil services, because already you have devoted time in the 11th and the 12th for the civil services. You have also prepared the civil services GS civil services optionals in the first year, second and third year. So after being graduate, actually, without wasting your time, completely focus on the mains. While you are focusing on the mains, your prelim will be automatically covered. And this is the way how you have to study, you have to prepare for the civil services. Now I told you that actually now you are in the zone. When you are in the +3 first year, you may be in the zone of the 99%, means you are the out. But how to enter into the 1% zone, successful zone? If you make a proper strategy, study in these ways, then you can come to the group of the 1, means actual group of the 1%. That means you may be the successful in the civil services. This is for today. Very soon I will meet you in my 7th lecture. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear students.